I got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're going to hear about it on episode 176 of True to Size.
See, it's just because no one knows what's happening yet. So, literally,
I know that's the whole thing. What's this guy angry for?
He's already mad. What did we do pre-show to Sean to make him so mad? What's going on, everyone, and welcome to True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I'm joined by the rest of the quarantine at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Hey, get off my lawn.
Mr. Alvin Martinez.
Yo.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else. Like, yo, get off my lawn. And we're back again. I know we took the week off last week. Alvin, do you have any more cottages planned for the rest of the summer? I think you've spent...
next week, the week after, and the week after that. No,
okay. Podcast will return in the fall then. Alvin's been at the cottage, like, feels like almost... How many cottage trips have you taken now, Alvin, in the summer since it started?
Just 2. 3.
The 3 sounds more like it, yeah. And it's July. Or sorry, no, it's August now. It's August. Okay, that's not that bad. And we're also joined by a good friend of the show. He's not going to get an intro because it's not his first time. You know him as Sean, S-Collar23. We know him as Uncle Scott. Sir, how are you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me on again, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, he didn't say hey
What's
now.
Going on?
We paid you for...
Hey now!
We paid you for a hey now. And
I don't know. We recorded a video. We recorded an audio. I don't know. I said hey now one time before. How many times do I have to say hey now?
You had
I say hey now every time we record something. Okay,
you had
hey now.
17 hey nows in your contract, sir.
That's right. I forgot. What am I up to now? What time is it? Okay.
Only
51.
That's like your third one. That's not enough.
All right. I'll get some more in.
We are back again. Yes, we're back, and we've got a great show for you guys this week. We love food. I don't know if we've mentioned that. So both our fire round and not sneaker related topics will be food related. And in between those two, we're going to talk about a massive acquisition by Foot Locker Corp. It's no coincidence that we have Uncle Scott on the podcast this week because our main discussion, we're going to talk about being grumpy old sneakerheads. That's why the top of the episode makes a little bit more sense.
My specialty.
Now. Exactly. What are some of our personal get off my lawn pet peeves that make us sound like grumpy old sneakerheads? We'll get into that a little bit later. But first, Uncle Scott, you have 20 seconds. Can you name 5 Air Jordan 3s that don't have gray elephant print?
Not really. No, I can't. No, I can't. That's my answer.
You can't even think of one?
With no gray elephant. No, gray. I can't. No.
Wow.
No gray elephant print.
You can't
okay. Hold on. Okay, I got it. The flips, the Jordan 3 flips.
Yeah.
The white pair has no. The Black Friday 3s. So the Cyber Monday 3s.
Cyber Monday, yeah.
Slowest
that's all I got.
Ever. I was also thinking there's Fear 3s. I believe that's like black.
Yes.
The ones that literally just came out 2 weeks ago, the Racer Blue have a black elephant. Fire Red 3, which is a shame you didn't say that. I don't know how you didn't say that. It's a black.
Well, because I wasn't sure if you were going to catch me on like a technicality, because that's technically like a charcoal gray, kind of.
Oh my God. Grumpy old sneakerhead alert.
You invited me on.
That's not gray. It's actually light anthracite. But
Anthracite.
Oh, I like that shade.
Anyways, but first, Joel.
Fire round.
Yes, the fire round. We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners. And this week's question comes from good friend of the show, Chef Kriesel, Kellen Crum. Very, very good friend of the show. Of course, he submitted the food-related question. Like, it just comes with the territory of being a chef. But he says, what beverage and shoe would you want to collaborate together? So beverage brand, maybe just even a beverage style, like an alcoholic beverage. While you think, his answer, Barks Air Max 1, like Barks root beer, Air Max 1.
I see that.
He says, and I quote, silver as fuck with the leaves from the can color on the swoosh, And the brown from the barrel would be the midsole. So you got like a silver and brown situation. He says he also liked the old school Argyle cans, so you could work that into the design as well. Very good. I like that.
Yeah,
I'm going to go also with a canned beverage. And mine is going to be iced tea, Nestea to be specific. Nestea was my drink growing up. I don't drink pop, so Nestea was always my go-to. You have like that light, we'll call it like a dark sky blue, just to appease Sean and his colorway isms. Dark sky blue and like a dark lemon font on it. And yeah, I'm going to put it also on an Air Max. I'm going to do an Air Max 97 because, remember that like water commercial they used to do, like the Nestea plunge where the person would fall into the pool?
Oh, yeah.
After they took the sip, they would fall backwards into the swimming pool. So we're going to do that and like the water theme going up the side and like a blue gradient.
Wow.
You're going to have like the yellow swoosh and then like a yellow laces and you'll have like a white midsole / bubble. Boom. Nestea plunge Air Max 97.
You've put a lot of thought into that.
I just thought of that right now. I always forget. I always forget until right before the podcast that I also need to answer these questions.
Right.
All right, Joel, give me a drink shoe combo.
Okay, I'm probably gonna say like Kool-Aid.
Ooh.
I say Kool-Aid. Like maybe like a grape Kool-Aid.
Ooh.
I was gonna say
Oh,
cherry.
yeah.
I would say grape. yeah, man. So what it is gonna be like, let's say like on a Jordan 1 low.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, a
Yeah,
low.
Jordan 1 low, but it's got like
Low,
like
yeah.
like the tearaway, the tearaway tabs. Like how it tear like the material, and then it'll be like a play on where like it's where you can like rip open like the lateral side of the shoe, and it'll reveal like the Kool-Aid man like like when he
Like he's
busts through
breaking
the wall.
through.
Yeah, man, it'll be like,
Ooh.
oh yeah, like like one of those. Legit.
I like that. I like that a lot,
Great
actually.
Kool-Aid.
The only Kool-Aid, I think Kool-Aid did Reebok, didn't they? Like way back in the day. I remember walking into Reebok outlets like way back. Someone, please, a listener has to have my back on this. There was Kool-Aid Reebok on like some weird, like maybe Reebok classics. And they did like literal full tonal Reebok classics in like orange and green. And they were Kool-Aid. They had the logo on the tongue. I'll find them and I'll send them to you guys. Alvin, give me a beverage shoe collaboration that needs to happen.
I'm going with the product of the Philippines, the mango nectar called Gina. Spelled Gina, pronounced Gina. So anyway, it's predominantly like a royal blue with some yellow because of the mangoes / orange. And then it's got some white. Probably going to put on a New Balance 992.
Okay.
Yeah, 992. Not sure what the color blocking is, but it's definitely going to be a predominantly suede sneaker with hints of leather. But the leather I know is going to look like mango skin. And that's
Okay.
it. That's all I know.
Like a mango peel. I like that. Yeah. Textured
Yeah,
upper. Yeah.
Textured,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, Uncle Scott. Which Jordan 2 are you going to choose?
Well, funny you should say that. I am thinking Jordan 2, but and I'm thinking my favorite drink of all time. I drink it constantly. It's pretty much what I drink exclusively is chocolate milk.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going with the Jordan 2. I don't think the chocolate, like the chocolate brown, won't be like the entire upper. Obviously, I think it'll just be the midsole, and I think the upper will be like a creamy white as opposed to a like stark white, and then it'll be also a textured leather, and maybe some hits of like maybe the heel, that part on the heel, the sort of the spiky thing that's on the heel. Maybe that'll be like a lighter brown, and then the midsole will be a darker brown. Wings logo on the tongue also a dark brown.
Okay.
Thirsty.
I could see that. Thirsty. We're all drinking water. No one can see. And Uncle Scott has a massive glass just full of chocolate milk.
It's water.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Good question there, Chef. Thank you for that. If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us answer it on the pod, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagotsole@gmail.com. Next up, the CGS Picks. Each week, we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademark phrase.
Super duper Cute.
Yes, and very, very slow like that as well. I'm going to go first because I always call these every single year. I call this Christmas release a whoop-de-whoop, and then I never buy it. So I'm going to go first and get it out of the way. My pick this week is the Air Jordan 11. Are they considered mid? I don't know. Air Jordan 11 in the cool gray colorway is back for the third retro. We can call it that, right?
Last time was 2010, so this is the second. Well, the first one was technically a retro, also. So yes, third retro.
Third retro. Okay, third retro. This is the only reason Sean's here to fact check.
That's right.
Of the Air Jordan 11, you've got the what they've been doing now with the higher patent leather. And yeah, it's got like a interesting look on the upper. It looks like it's trying to be leather while maintaining that it is nubuck. It's really interesting. The laces look a little bit fatter on this release as well, but other than that, like they look pretty good. The cool gray, it's hard to mess it up. It's two different shades of gray and white. Like it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, they do a Christmas release every year. I do want to commend Jordan Brand. I know that we have in the past, aka on Stacks, literally just criticized them, but I want to commend them. I want to commend them because one thing they've been able to maintain now for over a decade, since the Space Jam 11 in 2009, was do a solid Christmas release of an Air Jordan 11 every single year and like maintain the sanctity of that. They've managed to keep that a yearly thing and not just like we see year of the 3, year of the 4, year of the whatever every single year. They just rotate. We haven't really seen a year of the 11 where they just go off and release everything. They've maintained the sanctity of the Jordan 11, which is nice to see. With all that being said, I'm not going to be buying this shoe, but they look really good because I have the 2012, 10. I don't know. Yeah, the other one. So I'm good with that. I do love the cool gray though. So these look good. I'm going to call them cute because I already have a pair, but yeah. Well done, Jordan Brand, on maintaining the little storytelling you've been doing every single year. Joel, you can go ahead.
Who you were frozen for a second?
I froze? Oh, yeah. Joel, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So my pick is the Jordan 1 High OG Pollen. It drops August 14th. It's the Jordan 1 High OG, like the high cut. It's pretty much just like the Varsity Maze Dunk High.
It's a goldenrod Jordan 1.
With the yellow and black color blocking, the white midsole and the yellow outsole. I don't know. The materials look really proper on these. These are, I don't know. Hopefully I can get my hands on these because I really like them. I was thinking of it being like a Old Love, but I think the colors are kind of like reversed on the Old Love.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are really, really nice. Comes with a special box. Like I guess instead of the red Nike on the black box, or reverse black on white box, it's a yellow and black Nike box.
That's a good touch. I like when they do that.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, these drop August 14th. Yeah, I'll try to get my hands on them, man. Hopefully. Jordan 1's high. Yeah. Jordan 1 highs go like super fast. But yeah, super cute.
I really hate that Wiz Khalifa has ruined pretty much any black and yellow anything for me. But these are cool. Yeah, these are super cool. I'm not a black based shoe person usually, but these are super nice. I do love yellow, so I'm down with it. Alvin, what do you got?
So our good friend Ronnie Feig is opening up a flagship store in Hawaii. As if I needed another reason to go there. But they're releasing another pair of Kith Air Forces. This one features a predominantly white upper. It's got that Kith embossed logoing on the mid panel there, and it's got the mini swoosh as well, along with a patinaed midsole. And then the mini swoosh along with the sock liner are in a sky blue colorway. Very clean shoe, very simple. It's obviously keeping on trend with all the Kith X Nike Air Forces that have dropped with the respective flagship stores. These ones are set to release sometime in 2021. I assume whenever the Hawaii store opens. and we go visit it. But these are going to be a super duper cute just because I'm not going to be able to afford going to Hawaii / we can't even travel anyway. But yeah, these are super dope. And you know, I'm hoping, you know, it would be cool if Kith were just to make these like a regular sneaker for that specific flagship.
Yeah, I like that.
But Hawaii would always have these in stock. The Paris ones would always be in stock and stuff like that. But I know it's not going to happen because then stuff wouldn't be exclusive and shit and wouldn't be cool because that's bullshit. But, you know, whatever. It's a super cute for me, guys.
Grumpy old sneakerhead coming out a little bit early here. Oh, my goodness. Save it to the end of the podcast. Holy smokes. Uncle Scott, what do you got for us?
I apologize in advance if you guys have already spoken about this, but much like Lawrence, I have not. I don't listen to podcasts, so I am going to pick. My pick is the Jordan 1 à ma manière.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it actually.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So it's slated for this holiday season. I'm such a huge fan of the Jordan 3 à ma manière. Massive fan of that shoe, and I didn't think I would be because I'm not usually a fan of the sort of fake vintage kind of look. But it seems to really work, especially on 3s and 1s. I mean, it works really well on 1s too. But I just love. I think the colorway they're calling it is Burgundy Crush. So it's like that deep burgundy, and it looks like sort of lizard or maybe a snakeskin print on the swoosh and on the collar, and just super high quality leathers look to be used anyway. In pictures, it looks super high quality, so I imagine it'll be that much better in person. But yeah, I'm a fan of even the sail midsole. Very excited about these two. I'm all in on this à ma manière business. I love it.
I love Sean because he gets
cute. It's cute to me.
He gets so into things so aggressively, so quickly. He will.
I feel pressure. I feel the pressure because I don't usually do this on my podcasts.
He's either
on a sneaker podcast where I'm throwing things at. I have to answer questions.
Sean is either in or he's out, and he's very in on à ma manière. Like he is like super down. So
super down.
The only issue that I have, and again, it's a really good looking shoe, and like side by side, those are going to look cool. Like as a collection, if that's the direction they go forward with, I like it. Python and like snakeskin and like all those like exotic materials, when they put them on, especially Jordans, I always get hit with flashbacks of when Python and those things were like the quintessential shoe surgeon or like shoe rebuilder.
Yeah.
It was always like, look what I made. I made a Bread Jordan 1 out of Python. Like always. Just like crazy things. It was always like those like snakeskin. I made a full snakeskin and now it's $8,000. Like that was just always what they did. So now every time I see it on a shoe, that's always what my mind goes to. But maybe it'll grow on me. I say that and then I own several different croc print shoes and like animal print and stuff. So I mean, I'm sure it'll grow on me. But yeah, they're a good looking shoe. But it just always gives me those vibes and I can't shake it.
I hear what you're saying. I hear that. I hear what you're saying.
All right. Good picks all around. Next up, Joel, you have 20 seconds. Can you name 5 sneaker models that Travis Scott has collaborated on?
5. Okay, yeah. Air Force One low.
Yep.
Jordan 4s.
Yep.
Jordan 3s.
No.
Big fan over here, guys.
Big Travis Scott fan.
Air Max 1s.
Nice. Technically, sure. Yeah. This is the slowest 30 seconds ever, but yeah.
Jordan 1 lows.
What?
Jordan 1 lows?
Yeah, Jordan 1 lows. Yeah, that's 4.
Shit, what's the last one then? Jordan 1 highs.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. He
Hey.
did the Air Max 270. He did an Air Jordan 6. He's done a Nike Dunk SB. He's done quite a few. He has quite a big resume. Sorry, Joel. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I know you're a big Travis Scott fan deep down.
Yeah, huge, man. Huge.
Yeah, you just didn't want to show everybody how big of a Travis Scott fan you are. So that's fair. Next up, this week in kicks. You're welcome for not giving you that question, Sean. Next up.
Thank you very much. That one I actually could have answered.
You couldn't even do the elephant print one.
I know, you threw me for a loop there.
That's the idea. Next up, and I hope you're seeing a pattern, Alvin. Next up, this week in kicks. This is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. As I mentioned, Foot Locker has made some purchases. So most of the time it's us who are buying from Foot Locker. Foot Locker is now buying something. 2 very big somethings, 2 very expensive somethings. Foot Locker has announced that they have purchased both WSS for $750 million, which is a sneaker chain on the west coast of the U.S., and also Atmos for $360 million. So yeah, kind of insane. We can talk about it in a second. So the company stated that they see Atmos as an opportunity to leverage the $6 billion market in Japan, as well as accelerate the growth opportunities in the Asia Pacific region. And just for anybody who doesn't know, because I didn't know, WSS has 93 stores in Arizona, California, Nevada, and Texas. So that's not a small pair of companies that they purchased. That's pretty insane, actually. Yeah, I didn't know what WSS was, and it just sounds like they were a regular sneaker chain, so I wasn't really concerned about that. Them buying Atmos kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. Any thoughts from you guys on just like, I don't know, I just find it weird when these big brands monopolize these boutiques that literally came from the dirt. And then all of a sudden it's like, I mean, they obviously Atmos was down. Like they didn't just like come and pillage them. Like there was like a mutual interest. I find it really weird for the culture. I don't know. You guys have any thoughts on that? Or is it just me being kind of weird and saying capitalism sucks?
No, I think you're onto something there. I think, I guess it'll depend on how much freedom they allow Atmos to still have in terms of what they're creating and designing. I worry that it'll end up just being another watered down version of its original self, So, I hear, and a lot of people seem to be feeling the same way as you, Lauren. So it's I don't think it's something that's not the norm, that train of thought. So, I don't. I mean, for me, I'm not a huge Atmos person, but I do. Like I've been to Atmos in New York City, and it's a very cool little store and a boutique. You got the feeling that it was like a really homegrown kind of place, and so to feel like, or to hear that Foot Locker's taking over that little space, I guess we have to wait and see what they're going to do with it. And again, like I said, if they're going to allow the freedom of creativity in terms of their designs and stuff and their collabs, then fine. I don't know what their plans are for that kind of stuff, but it's concerning that they're buying up kind of stuff. And then we've Foot Locker has a share in GOAT too, I think, right? So it's like that's a whole other story. Like they're really buying up a lot of stuff. And that people seem to care about, and the fact that they're a reseller, they're buying, they're on a piece of a reseller shop. It's like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's like
weird. Yeah, I just don't want.
Weird is the word.
You don't want to see Atmoses in every single mall. I mean, when they talk about expanding in Asia, like that really implies that they want to open a ton of locations in Asia.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like there's some countries that are starving for sneaker markets, so that's perfectly fair. But then when they start seeing, dollar signs in Asia, let's do the same model in the States. And then you're like, there's Atmos literally everywhere. Like it's not the same. You had 3 different places to go in the world to go to Atmos or however many locations they have. But like, it's just, I don't know. Really throws me for a loop. What do you guys think, Alvin, Joel? Any concerns, or is it just that's the way it goes?
I think that like they're trying to get their stake in every like facet of sneaker community wise. So they have one in resale, which is GOAT, and now they have one in like the small mom and pop boutiques that a lot of the sneakerheads respect and love to go to. But yeah, honestly, same concern with me, man. Just because like whenever a big corporation takes over that small mom and pop shop, it usually never goes that well for that mom and pop shop. They either get too saturated or they just lose their roots and you can't even tell whether or not it's an Atmos store anymore. Or it's like there'll just be so many Atmos stores in the world that it'll lose its like luster for any of us.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see, but I get it. I feel it.
Yeah.
Joel, you feel the same way, basically?
Pretty much the same, man. It's just like, I guess Atmos just secured the bag pretty much. They just locked it in.
Can't blame them.
You can't blame them. Like, you dangle that kind of money in front of you and it's like, all right, fine. Like, I mean? The pandemic definitely hit probably the stores and whatnot. So obviously they're going to take the bag, but it's just like what all you guys say is what's going to happen now? Like, is every like mom and dad and grandmother going to be rocking Atmos, Air Max 1s or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's going to be everywhere now. I don't know. Well, hopefully just like what, Uncle Scott said, it's just, hopefully they just get that, that kind of freedom. They have the freedom to design their own thing, and Foot Locker won't really have that much to say in that kind of aspect of it. But I don't know, who's to say,
Something crazy also that I read was Foot Locker made the purchase in cash.
Wow.
Both of
in
them.
a bunch of bags,
Both of them.
paper bags.
It said like, I don't know if it was paper cash, but yeah, like not like here's a
Duffel bag.
whatever. It's not like a mortgaged or whatever. I don't know.
Wow.
Rich
Yeah.
people do things. It was like cash money. It was from their cash
like
holdings.
lump sums kind
Yes,
of thing.
exactly. It was like, here's an e-transfer. Like the password is Atmos. Like it's
Atmos, cha-ching.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha company is the password.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, previously in Kicks, this is the part of the show where we review our latest pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. Alvin actually has an interesting one, so I would love for Alvin to go first and show the class what he's been doing and tell the class who cannot see what he's showing.
So Lawrence had influenced me in getting a pair of Nike offlines.
Influencer.
For those of you who do not know what those are the Nike pretty much like slip-on sneakers,
Mule.
because they still look like sneakers except they just don't have a backing. So I went on eBay. I mean, retail price was fucking expensive, so I was like, shit, I don't want to pay retail right now. Went on eBay, looked for a size 11, saw that there was one that was accepting bids, and obviously I went for the lowest bid possible, which was $99 US, and it was accepted. So all in all, I think I believe I paid about 160 Canadian shipped, no duties, no nothing, which was great. I got the navy and royal blue pair. I did not like the midsole on them, so I decided to repaint the midsole white, and it turned out all right. It was my first venture in, a quote unquote custom pair of sneakers, and 8 to 10 coats later, they look pretty all right on a pixelated webcam.
Yeah. What you showed me
you guys
before.
Can't see, but
From
Joel
afar, it
and,
looks good.
Uncle Scott can see. They look all right because you don't see all the
Nice.
mistakes that I did. One lesson that I did learn for sure was I need to do better taping job. But other than that, it was a fun project.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys will see something on Instagram at some point when I feel like being productive. But yeah, it was cool, man. It was fun. That's it, though. Nothing else. I'm trying to be good.
Kanatsky,
You look comfortable.
Watch your back, Kanatsky.
Oh.
No. Hire me if you need anyone that wants white midsoles. Like
White midsoles
And sloppy
only.
paint jobs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alvin offers the express service if you need it. Sean, they are very comfy, actually. They're heavy.
They look comfortable,
like
yeah.
shockingly heavy, but it's kind of nice to have like structure.
You feel weighted down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like you're wearing a shoe, but it's like comfy and like a slide on. Like it's good, like good hotel shoe, good like travel shoe.
Right.
Yeah. Love
Nice.
it. Joel, anything for you in the last week?
No, nothing for me, man.
Nothing for Joel.
Nothing for me.
So I have a mini story as well, not similar to Alvin's, but a story because it's like Alvin's. So I was up north over the weekend, not up that far up north, for my birthday, and we were golfing. We were at a golf resort, and on the way back down, like we took the 400. So if you're not familiar with anybody not from Toronto, that's the highway that goes basically straight north into like the abyss of northern Ontario. Like it goes nowhere good, basically. So we're taking the 400 back down into the city, and there's a couple of golf town locations that are like just off the highway, and I was like in the mood, like you know when you like go to a sneaker expo and you're like you go home and you want to buy sneakers. I was golfing, so I wanted to buy golf shit when I came back. So stopped at a golf town, didn't find anything, and was like, I know that 5 months ago I went to this golf town and there was something sitting there. Should I go? And it was like another 20 minutes away. I was like, fuck it. Like it's nice holiday Monday in Ontario, nothing else to do. So I drove the extra 20 minutes to Markham to go to check that golf town, not knowing if they had anything, not even know if they were open. Like I didn't even check that. Pulled up, went inside. And 5 months ago when I went to this location, they had a bunch of really old of like the Jordan and Nike golf shoes, like the stuff, the corduroy stuff, like the black metallic golf shoe, the white fire red 5 golf shoe, like a bunch of really cool golf shoes. They were just sitting there, but not on display, which was really weird. Like they have like the classic like outlet stacks and then the one display shoe on the top. So I was just looking at the stacks and like rifling through, and there was like random boxes of like crazy shit that were just not on display. There was only one shoe that was left from when I was there 5 months ago, was still there, and it was the Air Max 97 Golf. And it's basically a Sean Wotherspoon but a golf shoe. It's corduroy upper with like the different, like it's basically a Sean Wotherspoon mold but made into a golf shoe and changed the color. But was super hype, in my size 9. So picked those up. Actually, Jill paid for them for me, so it was even better.
Nice.
That was dope. But so I picked those up. Very excited, and I'm really scared to wear them because there's white corduroy on there, and I don't know that I've ever golfed when it hasn't been wet on the course. So like, I know that the first time I wear them, it's gonna pour rain. Like it's just like how my life is. So I'm just like terrified to wear them. But they're so nice. Like I'm super excited to pull them out. But
Nice.
yeah, got those last week. Sean, anything for you recently? It doesn't have to be within the last week.
Yeah, and within the last week, my wife and I took a mini road trip to Ottawa. I live in Montreal, so about an hour and a half from where I live in Ottawa. And I busted out for the first time, and I think I shocked a lot of people because people assume I'm just going to keep a lot of stuff DS. But I dead stocked my Nike Air Ships from the New Beginnings for the New Beginnings pack. From that pack. Yes, and so I felt great. It felt great to look down and see them on my feet. For obviously first time I've ever worn an Air Ship, and a very special pair to me. So very, very, very cool. And like I said, shocked a lot of people. I think because people were like freaking out on my Instagram that. Because they really didn't think I was going to. They assumed I was going to keep those DS forever, but I surprised everybody. There you go.
Oh yeah, you got them like what, 2 years ago? Like
a year and a half ago, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Still decided. Well, it's just a random Ottawa trip, and you're like, I'm going to break them out.
No, I had a thought. We had talked about. I can't remember. A listener from the Sneaker Podcast had mentioned a while ago. They sent us a DM saying like they'd love to see us break out stuff that we wouldn't normally see on our feet, and so we kind of have a brief conversation about that. And I thought, I think I'm going to do this summer, and this was back in maybe February or something like that. And so I said, stay tuned. And then I was running out of time. I was running out of time. It may not have been February. I don't know. Maybe it was like May. I don't know. It was a long time ago. And and then I'm like, oh, shit, it's August. I better do this. So I did it. And
this guy was staying tuned, like glued to his phone.
He did comment. He's like, oh, my God, I knew it was going to be those. I'm like, fuck off. You did not.
Post notifications on everything.
That's right.
He pulls up his phone. The day. Yeah. Oh, just another Wings logo Wednesday.
Damn it. Another Jordan 2.
Another Jordan 2.
How many times can you post these? I'm a man, you're threes. Right. Dang. Right. We get it. You're a hype beast. Any pickups recently, though, other than the wears?
Pickups. My last pickup was, I think, the Racer Blue 3s, so I should have gotten that answer. That was my last pickup.
How did you feel about the reflective elephant print that was very divisive on the internet?
Yeah, and I was skeptical of it at first, and then in person, well, first of all, without the flash on, you're not going to even notice that it's reflective, right? So in person, I thought the elephant print looked amazing. It looked great, and I really love that it looks like it could have been an OG colorway.
Agreed.
It would fit right in with that, similar to the Obsidian ones.
Yep,
it could fit right into that sort of era, and so. Very happy with that purchase. Actually ended up doubling up because I got a second pair on sale. So
on sale.
Yeah. I had like a coupon for was it BB Branded maybe or one of those places, and so I got a little bit of a discount.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Double up, Sean. That should be your new Instagram name. Look at you.
Everything's a 2 for me.
Everything's a 2. Oh God, so corny.
including how many pairs of shoes I buy.
So corny. Oh my God.
Yes.
Turn back to the grumpy sneaker guy, not the cheesy sneaker guy.
This is the real me though. You want me to be grumpy? I have to turn that on. That doesn't just happen.
Corny is just in your DNA. Okay, got it. My mistake. Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Next up, thumbs up, thumbs down. In this part of the show, we give our opinion on various sneaker-related topics with zero context or discussion. All we're allowed to say is thumbs up or thumbs down. And this week's topic is black socks. Joel.
Up.
Alvin.
Up.
It's a question. Are you returning my question with a question?
That's what I do best.
I'm going to go down for me. Uncle Scott.
I'm going to go down also.
Wow.
Yeah.
It does go down in the DM. All right, next up. NSR, not sneaker related. We talk about sneakers a lot. So in this weekly segment, we're going to take 30 seconds out of the show to discuss something completely irrelevant to the world of sneakers. And I was going to do food, but I'm going to switch it up on you guys because I was just watching an Olympic sport right before we turned this on, and it was power walking. Olympic power walking.
That's me, baby.
Nice.
Here's the thing.
Sexy walk.
Everyone clowns on power walking, and I get it. It looks very silly. It looks very, very silly. What I didn't realize, because I've never actually watched it and paid attention, like actively watched it. It's always one of those, like, you fall asleep with the TV on and you wake up at 4 a.m. and that's what's on the TV is competitive power walking. I didn't realize, first of all, a power walk race is 50 kilometers. And the pace that they walk at is approximately 4 minutes and 40 seconds per kilometer.
Damn.
That's faster than most people run a kilometer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
And they're walking for 50 kilometers. They do it in like just over 3 hours, I think. 50K. Wow. So with
But
that,
they're looking silly as fuck when they do it.
Yeah, they are absolutely ridiculous. But they got a lot. It's a lot of like hips. It's crazy. But yeah. So first of all, newfound respect. If we have any power walkers on listeners, appreciate you because it's dope.
Yes.
That's a very I didn't know it was 50K. That just sounds fake to me. It doesn't even sound real. It's further than a marathon, and you're walking. With that in mind, because that would have been my answer if you asked me this yesterday. If you were to, and I saw this circling on Instagram, if you were to go to the Olympics for a sport and you had 4 years to train as of today, what sport would it be? You basically have 4 years. You can pick any Olympic sport, summer Olympic sport. What do you think you could do? Like, what would be your sport? What do you think you could at least have a fighting chance in? Like, the answer is obviously nothing, but like, what would it, for sake of conversation, what would it be? Alvin, let's start with you.
I would have to redeem my Filipino brethren in the diving sports.
Redeem or make them look better?
Yo, my belly flop is nice, bro.
Yeah.
But if I had 4 years to train, I would probably be training somewhere in Canada because that is where I live. And it would probably be at a really high-end training facility, and I would have a really cool coach. And I probably would still be pretty bad, but still be better than the previous athletes.
They were not
who
good.
Represented the Philippines.
If you haven't,
diving.
yeah, if you don't know what Alvin's referencing, literally just Google Filipino diving team and you will. It's great.
Those are my cousins, yo. Like it's
very
family,
good.
but
it's very good. It's fantastic to watch. I could watch it every day. I could watch it tonight. It's so good. For me, I'm gonna go with. This is hard because literally every sport is really difficult. I'm gonna go with rowing for me.
Oh,
maybe like kayaking. Like I think that because they have like sprints in kayaking where I think it's like 500 meters, maybe a kilometer. I think that if I had 4 years and I was actually strict enough and I spent the time focusing on it, it's just like the rowing machine at the thing, right? At the gym. Like you just have to go and practice that. There's lots of lakes in Canada, most fresh water in the world. Just go plop out my kayak on a lake and just like go to town, you know? So I think that I could get away with, you know, at least not looking ridiculous for 500 meters in a kayak race. I think I could manage that. So I'm going to go with, like rowing, kayaking, something on the water. You know, I might be scared. They don't wear life jackets, which is concerning. That seems like a safety hazard, but whatever. I'm going to go with, maybe we'll go kayaking. Yeah, kayaking sprint. No, I don't want a partner, just me. Joel, what about you?
Okay, so this has to be like a legit sport.
A real
right?
Olympic sport.
Like
I don't even want to know what you're
going to say. I can't make one up.
No.
Okay, if I had 4 years to train, like dedicate my life into training, I'd probably like go into like decathlon or something. You know, you gotta run and you gotta like, you know, swim and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my
everything,
God.
yo. Shot put.
It's literally every sport.
Jump,
Yeah.
high jump.
Joel basically said, "Give me 4 years, and I could be the best athlete in the world."
He's gonna do every sport. He's gonna do every sport in the Olympics.
Decathlon.
Okay, so
Shout out to the Canadian, though.
It was which one sport, not all sports. You have to do all sports.
Shout out to the Canadian who came
arm
and got
wrestling?
gold. Yeah.
Is arm wrestling a
No.
sport?
I was
don't
like
think
shot
it is.
put or something, man.
Yeah.
Lifting,
I can do
Javelin.
like
boxing.
javelin. I could be a javelinist.
Javelinist. A javelist.
4 years, baby.
4 years. Joel 2024. Uncle Scott, an Olympic sport. You got 4 years. What are you going with?
Yeah, well, in 4 years, I'm going to be 51, so there's not a lot my body will allow me to do. Other than maybe the power walk, I think. I might be able to power walk, and I'll look silly as fuck doing it, but I'm going to power the fuck out of that walk.
What shoe would you wear for the power walk? 50K.
Jordan 2, obviously. No, I'd stop by Golf Town and find a nice golf shoe.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. It's got spikes in it. Make me go faster.
Big grip, yeah. Uncle Scott would be the type to wear his like OG Jordan 2 for that. He's like, I'm going to be on TV. I got to look good. Yeah. The sole flopping off.
That's right. Exactly.
Oh God, this is awful. We all are very unathletic, and we're going to move on. Next up, what's after NSR? Next up, Alvin. You have 20 seconds. Can you name 5 non-OG colorways of the Air Jordan 7?
What? Pata.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck, bro.
So easy when I'm
Flints?
not the guy on the spot.
Flints.
The Flint. There's that Paris one.
PSG.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Citrus.
Yeah. One more. Come on. 5 seconds.
Oh my
One
God!
more.
Don't tell me the time, bro. Raptors.
Boom. That's, I think, OG, isn't it? Uncle Scott.
Well, the other round.
We had the OG. Magic.
Magic. There you go. Yeah.
Magic.
Orlando, yeah.
From the pack.
Orlando.
Yeah,
there we
Orlando
go.
7.
Okay, we'll take that.
Nice.
good.
Wow, the only person to get
Impressed.
even close. Yeah.
Yeah. Impressed.
Well,
Very
Sean's on
impressive.
here, so if I fucked up, he would never talk to me. So.
I'm not. No. The anger's later. I told you the anger's later in the episode.
It's nearing. I hope you have built
Nice.
it up. It's very close. All right. Next up, errors, edits, and e-messages. EEE. We are pretty smart guys, but from time to time we make mistakes. So if you catch us slipping, hit us in the DM. We'll let the world know that we goofed. Not a goof, but from Harrison Koo, HQ on Instagram. Good friend of the show. In regards to our fruit conversation from 2 weeks ago, weird ways to eat fruit. That I asked the Filipinos that because they eat fruit in any possible way that is not the normal way to eat fruit. That's how they eat fruit. And he says, wait, guys, I thought scoring the cubes or the mangoes into cubes was the only way to eat them. And he also says, my family soaks apples in water with a pinch of salt after we cut them so they don't oxidize and turn brown fast if we don't finish it on the first go.
There you go.
Which is very smart. My only concern is it's just an apple. You should be able to finish your apple. Like if you're going to take the first bite, you should be prepared to finish the rest of the bites of the apple.
Yeah.
Do you not agree, Alvin?
Yeah.
I do. However, if you're my parents and have these grandchildren, you like to spoil them to bits. So you always want to have sliced apples whenever they come over because apparently my kids can't eat whole apples.
What do you mean your 3-month-old can't finish an apple? What's wrong with her?
No, but my 4-year-old should be able to.
Yeah,
Shit.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Is it weird, and does anyone else feel this way, that fruit always tastes better when it's cut for you, or you cut it yourself, when it's
For
sliced?
You?
Not or for
When it's
you,
cut
definitely.
For me, yes.
Yeah. When it's just cut in general.
Yes.
It's just so much work.
It is.
When it's not cut.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's also a lot of work to cut it.
Gnaw. Yeah, it is true.
Yeah.
Well, it's true, but the payoff is better. I find in the end, you got little bite-sized pieces
Mhm.
as opposed to like trying to gnaw a piece off with your teeth and getting
Yeah.
apple skin in your, cutting your gums.
You
and-
cut you bite
yeah.
into the apple too deep, and you get some core and some
on the
seed.
core,
Nothing worse.
seeds,
The worst. bro.
poisonous seeds.
That's what. Hey, man, oranges are doing it right, man. God was like, you know
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
You guys can have pieces. I'm just gonna pre-slice it for you. You know,
exactly.
he got lazy with the apples and the pears, but the orange, he was like, I got you guys. Don't worry. Super lame. Sorry, the corniness from Sean got to me a
Hey,
little
man.
bit. All right. Anyways, on to the main thing this week, which was being grumpy old sneakerheads. I think that all of us, or anybody who's been doing this for a long time, gets into a little rhythm, and there are things that annoy them, and there are things that, like Joel said, get off my lawn, little I don't want it to sound gatekeepy because I don't think we're telling anyone not to do them. I think that it's just one of those things that like if I'm driving and I've been driving for a long time and there's a new driver in front of me and they are like stopped at the stop sign for the full 8 seconds that apparently you're supposed to stop for.
8?
I don't know. It feels like 8 seconds when they stop for that long. Like it's supposed to be like a roll. I don't like. Do you even hit the brake? Anyways, no cop, no stop, isn't it? I digress. It's like that, right? Like they're just learning and they're trying to like know the ropes and they're probably trying to show somebody else like, yeah, I know how to do it. I'm not gatekeeping and saying don't drive. I'm just saying I've been doing this for so long and I have my ways that I prefer to do it, which is not stop at stop signs. But yeah, that's all I'm trying to get into. Just before we get into it, I just don't want to offend anybody because I feel like we are all very prone to getting worked up about things, and I don't want to offend anybody if you do these things personally. And if you
if they're stupid, they shouldn't be offended? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what we're not doing. This is why Sean is a temporary guest.
It's a joke. Everybody calm down. You wanted me to be riled up here. It's happening. It's happening right now listening to this intro.
I'm very glad. Sean hasn't had a glass of chocolate milk in at least 30 minutes, and he's getting
This water ain't cutting it.
Hangry right now. Chocolate milk.
Yeah.
What's your favorite brand? Do you have a favorite brand of chocolate milk?
I get Hershey's chocolate syrup from the States.
Oh, really?
We don't have it here.
When
Yeah.
you mix it.
You do the chocolate syrup, huh? You're not the carton of chocolate milk guy?
The carton of chocolate, we have it in Montreal or in Quebec. We have called Québon, which is very good. So I don't think I like Nielsen in Ontario, or I guess elsewhere in Canada.
Yep.
We don't have that here. Those are my two favorite cartoned chocolate milks, I guess.
Okay, so that was just like a side quest that I wanted to go on really quickly before we got into this. But yeah, so I just to preface all of this, because I was thinking about this myself, is being a grumpy old sneakerhead, I don't think personally, and you guys can correct me or just also agree with me, doesn't have anything to do with actually being old or an age. Like, I think it's more of like tenure, right? Do you guys agree? Like, it's more so like you've been doing it for so long. It doesn't actually mean you're an old person. Or am I old? What does this mean?
For me, I guess I'm the old guy here. So I guess I don't think even if you just have someone who's passionate about sneakers and just happens to have a lot of knowledge, I think you can be that grumpy guy too, because you kind of know your stuff. And if someone's coming at you with wrong information and it pisses you off, then you're going to get pissed off about it. And so I don't think it has anything to do with age. I mean, I think you're right though, in the sense that if you're around long enough, you're just going to experience more stuff, and it's going to be like we've been here, we've been through all this stuff already, so we know whatever the topic might be we're talking about. But I think it does get frustrating because for me, I have been around a long time, but I am always learning new stuff. Even now, I'll still learn stuff about Michael Jordan I never knew before, and I love learning new stuff about anything about Jordans or Nikes or whatever my favorite things are. But for someone if I try really desperately to be as pleasant as I can when I'm correcting somebody about something on my page, but to be met with an anger back, immediate anger back, like it's like defensive, immediately defensive. Then it's like, listen, man, I can't help you if we're gonna have it's gonna be this quick that you're gonna be angry. So
yeah,
sometimes I get labeled the angry guy because I do like the history of it all, and I kind of study the history of it all, and I've been around so long. But at the same time, it's just because I love the stuff, and if I happen to correct something, even if it's on my own post in the comment section, I'm met with anger. But it's like I'm just like there's nothing wrong with being corrected. Yeah. If you're wrong, it's okay. I've been wrong. And I'm like, usually if I'm wrong about something, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that. Thank you for letting me know. I mean, sometimes I'm a bit annoyed about it, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, But I just, for me, it's not so much that I'm angry that the person's wrong about something. It's how they react if I discuss with them that they're wrong. Yeah. So that's
let me tell you you're wrong and just accept it, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Or even we have a nice dialogue about it. That's one thing, but or if they ask me to explain why they're wrong, and I explain it and I show them proof of something because I always have the receipts.
Hey.
And they still don't want to believe it. I think one of my favorite examples is like for the longest time, I thought the first series of retros were all released in 1994 because back when they released, there were no release dates. Stores just got stuff in stock and they put the stuff on the shelves whenever they got the stock in. And the first Jordans that actually released as a retro were the 3s. And people assumed because there was a 1, 2, and a 3 that it released in order 1, 2, 3, myself included. I just thought in Montreal we didn't get any of the Jordan 1s or the Jordan 2s because I found them elsewhere. After like years later, like 96, I found the 3s, the 2s and the 1s. So for a long time I assumed they were all released in 94 too. And then I realized the 2s and the 1s were actually, or the 1s and the 2s were actually released in 95. And so, and it's like the production dates say 95. So it's not like there's any debate about it. They're also in the 1995 Nike's winter catalog is upcoming. They're in an East Bay magazine in February from 95 as the new sneaker. So it's like, there's no debate, but people will still debate me about it. I'm like, but why would you? I was around, bro. I was around, bro. And like, I was around too. And I'm telling you, you can't just make up like the production dates don't lie on a sneaker. So it's stuff like that where it's like, if you have the receipts and you just explain to them and you show them what is what, and they're still trying to argue with you, that's when I become the grumpy old man. But really these days I just block and move on.
Peace.
Yeah.
So
I'm too
glad.
old.
I
I got to worry about my blood pressure at this age.
Pressure, bro. Yeah.
Pressure, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we invited you, Uncle Scott. I didn't even ask you things that make you angry yet, and you're already getting
I had to go
angry.
into it. I had to go in. You had to go into it.
Literally, the question was, does it matter how long you've been into this?
Yes.
Makes you a grumpy old sneakerhead.
Yes.
What about you?
No, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Okay. Thank you for the Spark Notes version of the answer. On your list, Uncle Sean, before we get further into this, where does people calling bread or black and red bread fall into your angry old sneakerhead?
You know what?
list?
That originally really bothered me because it's just I found it like a stupid, lazy nickname, but I don't really care anymore. I gave that up. I gave that fight up a long time ago.
You took down all the petitions and stuff on the internet.
I don't personally use it, but yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore. I don't care.
That's fair.
Sorry to disappoint. If that disappoints you,
I was hoping it still made you mad because I still use it as if I'm making you mad with it. Well, that's whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't make me mad anymore. Sorry.
I'll just keep saying that the Jordan 1s came out in 94. Yeah. That's fine.
Someone really once I had a discussion, and it was just civil discussion, but the person at the end of the conversation, and I think they might even listen to your show, so I apologize in advance if you know who you are. Their response was, well, I'm just going to keep calling them 1994 anyway because it has a better ring to it.
That might have been me.
I'm like, no, it wasn't you. No, maybe no, it definitely wasn't you. But
sounds like something I would say.
But yeah,
a ring to it.
I do still call them the 94. It does have a better ring to it.
Well, go for it. Go for it.
Sometimes being wrong.
You're gonna get me mad at you now on the show, not about other stuff. Keep it off of you guys.
That's what I'm here for. I do have one to get us kickstarted, and that's something that you actually kind of alluded to in a different way. But that's receipts. And something about this generation now, the sneakerhead generation, is really obsessed with receipts. And like, not so much. It's weird. Like, I feel like a lot of the time I'll see people selling their old stuff and comments on these posts of like 2002 Jordan whatevers from like obscurity. Some young person will comment on it. These are great. Do you have the receipt? Like, no, no, they don't. They absolutely don't. Even if they did, it would have disintegrated. Like, it would be a blank piece of paper. And I feel like
you can't see any of that.
That's a common thing now, is like, and I think that it's the reseller mentality, unfortunately, because that's a way to legitimize a purchase and like make it more complete. Yeah. When you say OG all now, original all, that includes a receipt. So if Uncle Scott is trying to get offload some of his old shoes for whatever, and people are like, and he says, "Oh, has OG all," and then he doesn't have a receipt. Everyone's be like, "What do you mean I have a receipt?
That's not OG all.
OG all."
Is that really what's happening nowadays?
I've seen it a lot, yeah, and it's just super strange because it's a thing now. Like, I mean, I've always done it, so I've never encountered an issue because I do have the receipts. I still get mad when people ask me because like it's not necessary. It always throws me for a loop when all these younger kids who are just getting into it are always like, "Do you have the receipt?"
How often? It can't be that common to keep receipts. I mean, maybe if you're buying sneakers within the last 5 to 10 years, I guess maybe
it is. Yeah,
for sure.
I guess it is more common because I think I keep everything, and I have like I think 2 receipts from any.
Really, that's honestly shocking.
I never keep receipts. Yeah, but I'm also not looking to sell anything, so. I didn't know that was a thing even that you had to like.
I always just kept them for like the
value.
The completist in me always was like, this is part of like, if I paid with a gift card, I'll keep the gift card. Like I'll just keep like everything together. Like it's always just been me. But yeah, for some reason now when people buy, it's always, do you have the receipt? Wow. And it always just throws me for a loop.
That's annoying
when I see people ask that. Yeah, that's super strange. And I'm just like,
I think it's because like the receipt helps to legitimize that the shoe is real. However, it's easy to buy a fake shoe of that same shoe and put the receipt in that box.
Exactly.
And I also feel like because everything is pretty much handed to this generation because of all the technology, the research that we used to put into to find out whether a shoe was real or fake is now, they don't want to do it because a receipt, quote unquote, should just be that.
They want the work done for them. Yeah. Which I don't know. I guess it just might be my old school mentality where if I didn't know if a shoe was fake, I'm looking onto Soul Collector or any of the forums to be like to find those pictures of fake and real and be able to just have them in hand so I can compare myself when I see the shoe in hand. But that is the old school way, I guess you could say, and receipts are the new school way, I guess. So. Fuck that shit.
It's also different now too because like a lot of the purchases now are being made online. So like for most people, for you to say,
I'm going to email you my StockX receipt.
Literally, yeah. It's like, do you have a receipt? You can literally just say, "Let me check my email." Most of the time, and like people will pull it up.
Right.
This is digital, but like, yeah, this wasn't a huge thing. Like people weren't keeping receipts for that long, and now it's just like. Super strange when I see people asking for receipts for like really old pairs. I get it for like new pairs that are like heavily faked. It's like an asset to have it if you're trying to like legitimize your pair. But like, it's just, if
you're going to try to acquire that from a shoe that released 20 years ago or 25 years, it's like that's ridiculous. No one's keeping those receipts.
Literally makes no sense. But yeah, that was one of mine. And I came up as Sean said that. Alvin, do you have a pet peeve, get off my lawn, sneaker related that makes you sound like a grumpy old sneakerhead?
Yeah, man. Just like, any sort of tags that represent where you purchased the sneaker from that are still on the sneaker that shouldn't be on the sneaker and worn out with the sneaker. I feel like it's just useless. I mean, if you want, I guess people nowadays just want people to know how expensive they paid resale for that sneaker that they're wearing.
Yeah.
But that's the stupidest fucking flex, man. You want me to know that you paid a mortgage for a fucking sneaker? Good for you, you fucking dumbass. Like, come on, bro. Are you stupid? You could have bought 2 cars with that shit? Congratulations. You're a fucking dumbass. But that would be like my only one. I mean, do you? You know what? At the end of the day, if you want to show off and be like, "Oh, I got this from StockX, but it's fake," cool. Do you? Nothing really wrong with it. It's just that's one of my pet peeves.
I saw someone recently with the eBay authenticity tag on
like
it.
Wearing it out?
Dude, wearing it on the sneaker. I'm like, come on, man. Okay, that was a thing for StockX for like 5 seconds, and now you can't switch to eBay now. Let's try to do that over again.
What about hang tags? You guys into wearing the hang tag? What do you guys feel about that? That's not even a new school thing. That's also that was a thing back in the day.
Yeah. No,
I tried it once. I tried it once back in the day, and it was annoying as fuck. Because then when you would walk, it would hit your foot.
Yeah,
I would hate that shit. Or if you had the ones that came with the Jordan 1s, I believe the silver one.
Yeah, the little Jumpman hang tag.
Yeah, I think those would like just rub off or whatever because they weren't real silver.
Right,
not real silver. What?
But yeah, I personally found it annoying. But it looks good on the shoe. That's why they're made.
Mm-hmm.
I just personally wouldn't wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely feel that. Joel, any pet peeves for you? I feel like Joel is very particular about many things, similar to Uncle Scott. Very particular about very many things. So there's got to be several different get off my lawn sneaker-isms for you, but let me hear some.
Okay, I just recently saw one. I don't know if it's a thing. Just like with the whole hang tags and the StockX tags and the eBay tags, it's the lace bags.
Oh,
yeah.
my,
Oh my God.
You even got the
come
lace
on.
bag on your shoe, man.
Oh.
Like, dude, like cut that shit off, like, you know.
Oh man.
That's so
I don't
gross.
know. I don't know if it's that the thing. And
What state of life are you in that you're wearing lace bags on your sneakers?
right, that and like, you
Where
know,
are we at as a society where you're wearing your lace bags with
This
your
your
sneakers?
Presidential speech.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you, please stop wearing your lace bags and get vaccinated.
Speech says, "Look into camera."
I'm looking off at the
Teleprompter.
teleprompters.
Teleprompters. Yeah,
Left to right.
people of America.
Yeah. So yeah, lace bags for me, and like the sole protectors too.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Like, why
I
would
get-
you like bother with like sole protectors, man? It's like, unless you're like reselling it, but then if you're reselling it, why are you gonna wear the shoe? Like,
And there's wear on
Big
the top
flex,
of the
big
shoe as
flex.
well. Like,
yeah,
they
like
could-
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I've gotten hit by people lately, recently for asking me if I'm wearing the sole protector. I'm like, why would I wear this? Like, oh, it keeps the sole really super clean. And I'm like, but I'm wearing the shoe. Why would if I want to wear the shoe? Why do I care if the sole's clean? I don't get it, man.
And like the thing
And-
is, then the sole protector gets dirty.
Yeah,
So like it's still,
Yeah.
if I turn the shoe over, there's dirt.
It
It's
still
just
looks
on
dirty,
The sole
yeah.
protector, like I have to actually peel it off, and then I
Right.
need another one, like to look at it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's clean,
Yes,
and then put it
yes,
back on
you
it.
do.
is
what
it
do
going to
you-
leave glue residue on the sole when you peel it
Yeah,
off?
that's
Like,
true.
what's the deal there?
Yeah.
The obsession.
Where's the grip?
Yeah, you literally
Yeah.
on the
Grip is
skates.
gone.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
the obsession
I
with
don't get it.
the current obsession, I guess it's been around for a while. I just think it's more elevated now because we have the technology like behind it and like the people who are actually making these products. But like the obsession with keeping shoes looking perfect
Yeah.
seems to be at an all-time high. I think for most of us, and I could be wrong, when we started getting into sneakers, it was probably just water protector, waterproofer. I would waterproof all the stuff before I stepped out, and then that was it. I would
I
maybe
didn't even do that.
yeah, I would maybe wipe
yeah.
it down when I got home, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then I realized this doesn't do shit. It's just water.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would buy if I bought Jordans. They were to play basketball in, so they weren't. They'd be destroyed within the month. You know,
Yeah.
so it was
Yeah.
like you bought them for the intended use. So yeah, I never but I find also that as opposed to, there are definitely people like scream at me if they see a crease on my sneaker on my Instagram page, and I'm like, fuck, I'm wearing a shoe, they're gonna crease. But
Yeah.
then there's the other thing that sort of I'm really not into. As much as I don't mind if a sneaker comes with a vintage look to it, I don't understand this new trend of buying a brand new retro and then turning it into a destroyed, distressed yellow
Water damage.
like okay, you want to paint the midsole a little bit yellow so it makes it look a little vintage, and put the cream laces in it. I get that, but there are people out there who are like dipping their fucking Jordan 4s into, like, I don't know if it's grease or what it is, and the shoe comes out almost orange. I'm like, why would you want a shoe that looks water damaged? It's no longer vintage looking. It's okay. It's vintage if you left it in a fucking storage locker that the roof opened up and the rain came in and it sat there for 3 years. Now that's what you're wearing. Is that what you want? You asked me on the show for this purpose, right?
That's it, yo.
But so I don't get they've gone from making it look a little, having a vintage look, to now they're literally distressing the leather and making it look like it's like tearing in spots, and
Yeah.
they're yellowing the upper now, and it's like, okay, pump the brakes, pump it. Like, it's fucking, you've done enough to the shoe already. Had you just worn it a lot, it would look the same way. Oh my God, I need another glass of water. My wife, where's my wife?
Like getting the chocolate milk sweats. Oh my god.
Oh my
I
God.
need some
Blood
chocolate milk.
pressure, guys. Yeah, I got to check my Apple Watch. What's the pressure at?
I do agree with you though, and something that makes me even more mad, and I don't want to keep on this topic and like literally make you pass out, but like sneakers that have no vintage.
My wife
she
actually
came in
came upstairs. I'm good.
for now.
She's very sweet.
That's very nice. Thank you, Mrs. Uncle
Yes.
Scott. Something that makes me even more like I get it, like you said, to an extent, and then there's definitely a line that seems to be getting crossed
Yeah.
more and more often, pushing the envelope, whatever you want to call it, art. I don't know. On sneakers that have no business being vintageized, that like it literally just makes no sense. If you get like, you know, Chicago's, Breads, even like a Court Purple Jordan 1, something like that, that looks like, okay, you throw like a off-white midsole on it and some cream laces, straight out of 85, dope, cool. You like that look? Awesome.
Yeah.
J Balvin's, but, like,
oh my god.
But
there's a new vein forming, I think, right above
I've seen,
forehead.
You know, the worst one, and J Balvin's is up there for me. Again, a little part of me is like, I don't know, maybe the 70s. Like, sure, it's like tie-dye, sure. Ama Meniere 3s. I saw somebody vintage the AMM 3.
Oh no!
Oh man!
They're already like sailed to the max.
They made it. It's
already vintage looking.
Yeah, they made. I can't even speak. I have my loss for words.
So how did they make it more vintage looking?
The upper is more creamy. Like they did like the, you know, take some sandpaper to some edges, or like, you know, like the mustard yellow along like the exposed leather. So even more cream on the midsole than was already there. Yeah, like that's a prime example of just like, this is again Uncle Scott looking to the camera, where did we go wrong?
Where did we go wrong as a
society? That we are vintaging vintage.
You know, we're living in a society here, people.
Soon it's gonna be like you're buying an 85 and it's like, it's not vintage enough. This 85 looks too new.
Yeah, where are the scissors? I gotta cut this up.
It was taken too well care of. It looks too good. Who kept these so pristine, you monster?
But I can't remember if I posted something on the OG Support Group page or sort of like a little sort of slide joke about it. And then people were like on me in the comments. I think it was just simply like, let your shoes age naturally or something like that. And I got people are going for a look, and it's a vintage look, and it's like, who are you? You don't know anything about fashion. And I'm like, I don't know anything about fashion, but you're destroying a brand new sneaker that if you just wore it for a month straight, it would look the same. Why are you taking it out of the box and then fucking going at it with sandpaper? Relax with the sandpaper is all I'm saying. All I'm saying is relax with the sandpaper.
If you guys could see Sean right now,
I'm red. Am I red?
His face is red, guys.
Sweating.
His face is red.
He's sweating. Like he looks like he just power walked a 50
What I'm not getting to
kilometers.
this show, it's only for you guys I'm doing this, by the way.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you. The gift that I sent you earlier was of the Hulk, and this is like perfect.
That's right.
This is exactly it.
If I could only turn green, it all makes sense.
You won't like me when I'm angry. This is literally it. Like I don't
like me when I'm angry, but here we are.
Most of the time on Sneaker Podcast, he's Bruce Banner. He comes to true to size, and he turns into the Hulk.
That's right.
Another one for me, and I don't want to keep beating a dead horse with this. I think that we've already kind of gotten to the not caring about the history. And again, that's not a necessary thing. Like, you don't have to know the history about a sneaker. For me, I like it. I came up like that. Like, I loved learning about the history of the shoe and the colorways and like the storytelling and all that stuff means a lot to me. People making false claims and saying these things don't make sense really makes me mad. All these dunks that are coming out now, people are calling them lazy. There's too many. Why are they keep doing just different colors of the same one? And I just want to... These are all literally, they came from the Be True to Your School pack and the blah, blah, blah. And like, the people just don't get, they have no idea. They just don't know. And they're just making these baseless claims like Nike's being lazy. They're just changing the color of the upper. I'm like, where do you think they got these nicknames from? Spartan Green is not like in like the friggin' Pantone
from an
book.
apple.
Yeah. Like Michigan is not a color. It's a school. Like it's based on, you know that, right? UNLV does not short for like gray and red. I hope you guys all know that. So that's something for me. That's just like,
or like Virgil. People getting angry at the Off-White. It's like Virgil's getting lazy as fuck. It's like, well, then you go create something. You go design something. If you have so many opinions about Virgil's, 50 dunks or whatever those were, then go fucking make something yourself. They don't though. They don't. They just want to rant. They want to rant like I'm doing.
Do. Yeah, they want to be like you, man. You're an influencer.
Definitely not.
I do have one more, but I'll see if Alvin, do you have another one that makes you mad? Alvin, you've changed. I know in the last couple of years, you're not as angry as Uncle Scott is right now. You've matured. But Alvin, do you have anything that grinds your gears?
Yeah, there was this trend I would say social media where guys were proposing in their sneakers. They would take off the sneaker where they had the bent knee.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Your shoe is worth that much? Like, bro, you just paid for a fucking ring. Clearly, the ring isn't worth as much as your shoes because you're taking the fucking shoe off.
And they're out here
you don't
taking
wanna
off
crease
their
it.
like Jordan 1
Oh my
low.
god. Yeah, Jordan 1 low or your fucking Space Jam. Like, who the fuck cares? And there's a way you can bend your knee that you don't have to crease a shoe. If you were smart enough, you'd fucking know that.
Exactly. You just
That's the end of my rant.
straight. The toe straight.
Yeah, that's it. Like, the fuck. And they're getting all this clout for being dumb fucks. Like, come on, bro. Like, oh my god, he's so sweet. He's proposing in his shoes, but he took one off because he doesn't want to get creased. Such a cool guy. He's not a cool guy. He's a fuck boy.
Boom.
Doesn't matter if a Monarch creases.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Shit.
Only thing better would be if they had a
you know.
StockX tag on the shoe.
Oh yeah.
Or the lace bag. Or the lace bag.
Lace bag.
Or the lace bag.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Meanwhile, if my daughter got proposed by a guy and he did that, I'd be like, okay, fine.
I'm walking over and picking up that shoe and throwing that thing. Pick one. Shit. Where's your mind at right now?
My
Damn.
daughter better be more important, motherfucker.
Literally, where's your mind at when that's like you're like, oh, I'm about to propose, gotta take my shoe off. Like your mind is not focused on the task at hand. Clearly, like you gotta
I
be.
think the problem is, I think one person decided to do it because he thought it'd be funny or something, and then it became a thing, and now everybody's doing it. So it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Don't flame us out. And then your socks gonna get dirty. Like that's gross, man. That's like
You can put it
you gotta
back
put
in
your
your
sock
foot,
back
bro.
in your shoe.
Yeah,
Oh.
your dirty shoe. Like no, it's just no, thank you. Joel, anything else that makes you mad that you see that makes you feel like a grumpy old sneakerhead?
This resurgence of Crocs.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
What
Yes.
is going on with that?
Tag me in, buddy.
What is going on?
Collabos on collabos, guys. Come on.
Bro, like Crocs, come on, man. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I just don't. I don't know. It just boggles. I don't know.
I don't know if you guys ever watched Mike Rich on YouTube.
Mm.
It's Sneaker Guy on YouTube. Anyway, he's from Atlanta, and he goes through the sneaker vlogs and stuff, and he's going through a bunch of the sneaker stores in his local mall, and he can't get over. And it's true, every sneaker store had like a whole wall of Crocs. What the fuck is going on? Have we lost our will to live? Is this what's like? It's like sweatpants and Crocs. That's it. We're done. I don't get it. I'm with you, Joel. I don't. Why Crocs? Is it because of the Yeezy shit with the slides and all that? Is that why they think? Okay, well then, if he's wearing a Croc, must be almost as good as a Yeezy slide, right? Fucking stupid. Oh my god.
I am on this team 100%, which I'm like a proud member of because I feel like the Croc camp is getting really strong. Like it seems like a lot of people are converting to the Croc camp and they're getting into it. To me, Crocs have always been gardening shoes. That's why they were invented. They were invented for like being around the house doing chores. I get it. Sure, they're comfortable. Nice. Good for you. So are a lot of different things. So is being barefoot. I don't walk around barefoot outside. So I don't think comfort has anything to do with it. We're not sneakerheads because of the comfort. Like, let's be real. None of us are in this because, like, oh my God, these dunks, these these airships.
These airships were so, my feet were fucking barking by the end of the day.
It's literally 30-year-old technology. Like, it's not comfortable.
No.
These Nike Shocks are so good. Like, no, get out of here. You're wearing them because they're cool. So that's not why you're wearing Crocs. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, I am 100% in that camp. I feel like Uncle Scott can go on forever. I'm going to do one more and then Uncle Scott can do one more. For me, people who complain, there's a lot of complaining nowadays, but don't put in the work. They didn't actually do any work and they missed on a release or they're not, all the different things that you can complain about, but you didn't actually try. You didn't put in the work. You're either like seeing other people have success and you didn't put in the work yourself. Like Uncle Scott just said, I mean, Virgil's The 50 is a bad example, personally, because I don't know how that even came up. But yeah, like, go do it yourself also. Like, and that goes for anything, right? Like, if you're seeing somebody else getting it, don't hate on them. Just do it yourself better if you think it's so easy or whatever. And if you see somebody else get a win, like a good example of that is all the people who make spreadsheets of raffles and are entering all around the world for different raffles when they want a shoe. Like, There's people putting in work for these things. Like you went down to your local Foot Locker and put in one entry and you didn't win, and you see this person, you see this other person win who might have like spent hours entering raffles, doing research, finding places, asking friends, like put in the work. If you miss, but at least you tried. People who put in the work and who don't put in the work and miss, like I can't feel for you. I'm sorry. This is a popular hobby now. It's been a popular hobby. Most people are in it now because it's popular. So you need to put in the work if you want to be successful. And that goes for pretty much everything in life, but that's in sneakers in general as well. Like, don't complain if you didn't put in the work because I will not feel sorry for you. I'm so sorry. But you need to actually try. Like, it's not going to be handed to you. Like, if you could go into a store and buy these shoes that are reselling for like, oh, Travis Scott fragment on the wall. Perfect. I'm going to go sell this for $4,000. Like, not how it works. Like, you need to put in some work on this, and you're in. Like, it's the reason these shoes are expensive is because it's hard to get. So you need to try. Basically, is basically what I'm getting at. But yeah, definitely.
That's so true. It's so true because there's so many times where I've had comments on my, if I've picked up a sneaker, been lucky enough to get a raffle win here or there or whatever, and people are commenting like, "Oh, it must be nice. Like you get everything." I'm like,
backdoor.
Do you know? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, do you know how long I've been? You know how many L's I've taken in the last 35 years?
Literally.
You know, my whole obsession with the stupid twos is because my mother wouldn't buy them for me in 1987. That was my first L. It was in 1987.
We still don't mess with her. Don't worry.
Exactly.
We're still against her. On True Decides.
Thank you.
We are anti-miscaller.
Yeah. Yes. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm still salty. But yeah, it's true. But it's like they think because they see one sneaker on my page that I've gotten every sneaker possible. It's like, no, we've all been there. We've all had to line up I know you guys have lined up when 306 was open and all that stuff, and we've all been to lineups. We've all gone through. I've driven to 3-4 hours to try to pick up a pair of sneakers. Like, don't talk to me because you entered one, like you said, you enter one raffle at Foot Locker or wherever, and you didn't get that win. That, oh, my life is shit. Put in a little bit more work and maybe you'll get the sneaker.
Yep.
Yeah. So I agree with that one for sure.
100%. All right, Sean, there's got to be one more to close it out. There's got to be something else. Here we go.
Oh man, I'm trying. I've hit so many of the key ones. I'm blanking right now because I've been in such a blind rage this whole episode.
I've heard you rant about many things. So there's got to be something else in there. I've heard you rant about quality, people ragging on quality. I've heard you.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, I think
people are took one word to get them going.
Well, that's it. That's all it takes. Yeah, people have become what's it called? Oh yeah, fucking leather experts. And no one really is a leather expert. So stop talking to me about the quality of whatever Jordan 1 I'm posting on my page, because you've never held that Jordan and you don't know how to compare it to anything else. And it was especially when the New Beginnings pack came out, and I was showing pictures of the Jordan 1s, and it was a different look for the Jordan 1. It was a smooth leather, but it's a thick, genuine leather, but it's not that tumbled leather that people were used to with the shattered backboards.
Yeah.
So they assume that it's shitty leather. But like, fuck, man, you can't be a leather expert if you've been into sneakers for like 3 years. You can't be. So stop telling me that your shattered backboards are better than the New Beginnings pack because it looks bumpy in my pictures. Fuck, man. Why did you really wanted one more? You're trying to kill me in this episode.
Oh my God. No, because I've heard you have that rant several times, and I've used your argument that like you can't tell quality from a picture, especially
no, you never can.
Most of the time when people are judging quality, like it's one of the first things they go to, first of all, and it's always the first thing they go to off of like a leak that they see in like a dark stock room in like bad lighting with a iPhone 1.5, and it's like a photo of a shoe, and everyone's like, "Well, the leather looks really bad." I'm like, "What do you? I can't even see what shoe it is."
Exactly. What brand is that? Exactly?
Is that a Nike Air Jordan Force?
Oh man, and people have gotten super nitpicky too. Like I thought I was nitpicky.
You are.
People are like analyzing the fucking stitching on whatever shoe I'm posting. I'm like, dude, how are you seeing it? The shoe's in front of my eyes, and you're looking at it on your fucking phone, and you can tell about the stitching on the heel? Fuck off with that shit. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm so tired and angry. Why did you guys do this to me?
You're gonna sleep well tonight.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I got all the poison out. It's all out now.
Fall asleep in that chair.
I am. I'm in a flop sweat. I got my ass is sweaty. I gotta go take another shower.
Isn't that from that Eminem song? Flop sweat, ass is sweaty, mom spaghetti. Yeah.
That's something like that. Yeah, you're exactly.
Well, I mean, like I said, this is the reason I had you. I'm glad it lived up to my personal and I'm sure everyone else's expectations.
This was fun.
This
man.
was very fun.
man.
It's sometimes it's nice. And again, for anybody listening, we are old grumpy sneakerheads, so take it at face value. There are things that we do that probably piss you off, and there are things that you do that piss us off. We all love each other. It's all love for the most part. I do hate some people, but it's fine. I don't know most of the people that I hate, so it's okay. Usually they're strangers from different countries that I just hate for no reason. Virgil. Kidding. Virgil, friend of the show. Come on. But yeah, Sean, I want to thank you again for coming. This was dope. I'm sorry that we made you sweat through your black t-shirt and all that
It's
stuff.
all good, man.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys having me on. It's fun.
No, this is super dope. Wherever you guys are taking this episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. Make sure to check out CanadaGotSold.ca to shop the latest CGS merch, peep the YouTube channel for our latest videos, and check out CGS Talk on Facebook to chop it up with us. Do not forget to use hashtag CanadaGotSold on Instagram for a feature. I have been Lawrence Hopkins, and you can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
My name is Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MISTERQ and then Mart.
And Sean, if they want to come and rebut all the things that you said, talk about your leather.
My DMs are blowing up right now.
I can't wait till this drops and the flood of comments on your first post. Yeah, about
so many
leather.
people think I'm talking directly to them right now.
Absolutely, because you are.
Yeah, so you can DM me at Christopher.Chu. I'm at scollard or scholar23 or at OG Support Group.
And you can listen to
I'll take
Sean.
all your I'll field all your disgruntled messages there.
He's going to block you. I think that's what he said he does. Is he just blocks people.
Exactly.
No time for that. And you can listen to him be an angry sneakerhead on the Sneaker Podcast. Right. I don't even know when they drop episodes. I don't think they know when they drop episodes, but yeah.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever happens.
Lundi, Mardi, Mecridi, all the days. Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers for 176 episodes. And please remember to rock your kicks without sneaker protectors. This has been True to Size. We have been CGS and Angry Sneakerhead Scholar23, and we are out. Peace.
Sweating right now.
You okay, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, the heart rate's up at like 175. It'll come down. It'll come down quick.
It'll come down. Oh god! Until people start DMing you about like
exactly, it'll go right back
94.
up. Damn it!